Bro, I found out something funny.
What?
Oh, last night I was watching the National Geographic.
What is it, Shark Week?
No, the lion, dude, bro. Do you know the lion's king of the jungle?
Yeah.
And they make rules of everyone in jungle.
Yeah, I mean.
I want to be.
About it.
It's like the king of the jungle. I want to be king of the gyms because I'm one of the gyms, huh?
And how are you gonna do that?
I wanna give the rules to everyone. For example, I wanna.
But I go to the same gym.
What? Why?
Well, that makes me. Makes no sense.
Jedi?
Who?
Jedi?
A Jedi?
Yes.
What do you think? These freaking Star Wars? It'll make no sense. Hey guys, welcome to this week's Generation Iron podcast. Your hosts, Victor Martinez, Esan Farahi, Vlad Yudin, and Edwin Mejia. Welcome. Okay, what do we have? Who won the questions this week, Vlad? Edwin.
Victor, you picked out Officer Kenny's question.
The big winner.
And that was a big winner of the week. I mean, Officer Kenny, you know, we commend him for his service, of course. I'm currently 5'11", 250 pounds, and I work nights as a police officer, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., Friday to Tuesdays. I usually try to go to the gym right after I get off by 7 a.m. and still get my 7 to 8 hours of sleep. What would be the best format for me to properly work out, sleep, recover, while still doing my job efficiently? Thank you guys so much. So obviously you picked that question. What are your thoughts?
What does he win?
It's a good thing that police officer didn't ask a steroid question. We commend him for that.
Listen, it's not steroids, so he's not in trouble. And I picked this question basically for the sheer fact that he's working a schedule that I worked in the past when I was working overnights. I used to work 11 to 7 in the morning, and I try to do the workout after work. And it was just a workout. It wasn't a great workout. It wasn't the best workout.
You were tired?
It was the shittiest workout you can ever imagine because one, you're working all night. Two, I don't know how active he is at work.
Pump.
Yeah, you're not going to get a good pump. You're most likely going to be tired. Now, I changed my workout routine. So I will work out before work. I will get to the gym around 8, 9 o'clock, get the best workout. This is after, because I got off work at 7. I got home, slept my 6, 7 hours, got up in the afternoon. Now I started having my carbs. My breakfast was in the afternoon as opposed to in the morning because obviously the time shift. That will allow me to store, more carbs, more glycogen storage, and that will enable me to really have a great workout, not just a basic workout, and maximize myself in the gym. And got to work. When I got to work, it didn't matter if I was tired after work, and even if I was doing a show, I would just give myself enough time to do cardio before bed. So it becomes more efficient, way better, especially when I build some muscle. So that's the best routine you can have, obviously, as long as you are still following a good diet. Now, if you're going to be on the beat, I don't know if if he's in a patrol car or anything of the sorts, but if it's legs, especially legs, I would say save it for your days off, because last thing you want is to do legs, now go on foot patrol or what have you, and then you have to go on a chase. He's gonna get away, man. He's gonna get away, especially if you're training hard. So try that shift, try your harder workouts, on your days off, and definitely before work. And I think you're gonna find yourself a little bit more efficient, not just with your workouts, but also while you're on duty.
During your shift, during your working shift, you eating food too at the night?
No, I was eating. I would have my workout 8, 9 o'clock. I would have a shake after the workout. Then I would have at least 2 meals while I worked the 8-hour shift. And again, I wasn't a cop or anything of the sort. I was just a doorman. And the best thing about being a doorman working overnights is everybody's sleeping. So you don't have to deal with crummy ass, moody people at the end of the day.
This is in your tunnel days?
Yeah, the tunnel I was way younger. Yeah, doorman job came later. That was again, it was good. It was a lot of solitude, but it allowed me to write my diets, write my workouts, and again, it was the time of focus. So regardless of what shift, make the best of it. Adjust to it. But definitely, if you are trying to build size, you're trying to build muscle, do it before your shift starts, and you're gonna find out you're gonna be way better at building muscle. You're gonna be a little bit more active, and that way you don't have to worry about doing your 8 hours and now having to go to the gym. It's gonna weigh on you, and most likely you're gonna start missing workouts, or you're gonna have mediocre workouts.
There you go, Officer Kenny. I hope this answers it, yeah?
Yes.
And you're the winner of Case of This.
Yep. That'll help you through your shift.
There you go.
Keep submitting your question, guys. We're gonna every week, like I said, we're gonna submit your questions, and then Victor will select his answers and his questions for the week in the winner, and then we'll make sure we get that going, and make sure we get a case of Red Con one out to everybody.
There you go. So what are we talking about today, guys?
Today, what was it?
The big topic today is SARMs.
SARMs.
It's a topic that is obviously always coming around. It's
I know you've been waiting to talk about that.
it's a gray area, of course, in bodybuilding and overall, and in the world of anything PED related. But Vic, we wanted to ask you your experience with SARMs, obviously Hassan as well, and maybe get your pointers and learn a little bit more about those peptides.
SARMs, don't care for it, don't like it. I mean, why use SARMs when you can use the real deal,
What are SARMs? what are SARMs?
I mean, people have claimed that they have the real SARMs, and they put it on the market. I think a few people actually, got indicted for trying to distribute
It's
SARMs.
illegal, yeah?
It's illegal in most states, and
It's the gray area, not legal and not illegal.
yeah,
Like
not legal,
CBD
illegal, but you're not supposed to be selling it. And obviously, there's still side effects with the SARMs. One of them is blurry vision, equilibrium goes off. So why bother?
Yeah, they're like selective receptor androgens, right? Basically,
Yes. Activates different.
which have a lot of. I mean, that's why we're talking about it today, because they have a lot of side effects. There's a lot of side effects with them, and obviously a lot of dispute out there that obviously you're not natural if you're on SARMs either.
Yeah, the risk is not worth the rewards when it comes to SARMs, and I'm not a big fan of it. Have I used it? Not gonna lie, man, I have, and it was okay for 1 month. Then after that, it's kind of like you start feeling weird. You start feeling the side effects way sooner than you do with steroids.
Interesting.
And that's why I'm not a fan.
because they increase estrogen actually.
But how does it work? So for every single steroid, there is a SARM version? Like for DECA, there's a DECA version of
They
SARMs?
try to emulate it. They try to emulate it, I mean, before I do SARMs, I go to peptides all day, any day.
SARMs are peptides, or is it
No,
different?
this-
No.
So what's the difference between
It's
SARMs,
different.
peptides, and steroids?
Completely different. It's
Yeah.
completely different.
No, completely different. Again, peptides it's your body produces it naturally. So a lot of times, the peptides get shut down in your body, and when you use the peptides to just reactivate it in your body. But SARMs, again, is just that foreign chemical you put in your body, and I just don't like it. I don't like it to a point that I don't know anything about it.
Well, it says that. I heard that.
Keep the integrity here, all right, guys? I'm not going to
Yeah.
bullshit you guys.
Well, I did hear that SARMs does not give you the side effects as well that you get from
Testosterone.
testosterone.
That's
and
what I
anabolic
assume. I assume a lot of people think it's
which is
safer.
why people take SARM. A lot of people do take SARMs.
I mean, right now we don't know exactly the side effect of the SARMs because they just exist.
I know blurry vision is one of them because that 1 month I was on it, I thought I was literally I thought it was just me. I thought I aged like a year in like a month. I mean, that's what it felt
terrible.
like fast forward, you know? You did have that look. I was getting it, you know? We was getting extreme pumps too, but again, man, I didn't like that freaking blur, man.
I used to be taking the SARMs, the GW, MK, YK. Actually, I see the results. But the problem is when you stop it, you feel like nothing. You feel like you cannot breathing and living a workout without SARM.
Why'd you stop that? You should have just said.
You have to stop. You cannot use it. You
Take
have
more
to.
SARMs, no.
That's the answer.
I mean, it's such a thing as chemical. You know why you have to take it for forever.
So SARMs are dangerous, yeah?
It's not. I don't want to say it's dangerous. We don't know actually what side effects happening.
There's a lot of doctors out there that do say though, like a lot of doctors that I've been reading are saying that there's infertility issues. There's a lot of the similar issues that you get from regular, anabolic steroid use. So there's also a lot of liver toxicity from the effects of SARMs. So I don't know if that's true, Vic. I mean, have you had?
I mean, again, you have the guys who are claiming they're natural, but they have used SARMs, so they're still claiming they're natural because it's not a steroid.
It's a chemical. What?
Yeah, but it's just a lot of guys want to try something, but they always want to feel that generally in their mind they're still natural.
That's what I'm saying. So it's making a question: if you're on SARMs, are you natural?
He's not
I
now.
don't think so. You're getting help. You're getting help.
You're getting help.
What about peptides? If you're on peptides, are you natural?
Actually, SARMs. Let me.
Creatine helps too. Though.
Your body makes it, right?
Creatine, your body
Wait,
makes
if you're on
it.
creatine, you're not natural? What? Really?
Listen, man, your creatine at now.
Wait, creatine is you're still natural, right? No?
It still says you're natural, because again, you're not enhanced. You're not enhanced. But if you took creatine back in the Olympics, I think it's banned in the Olympics, no?
Creatine is banned in the Olympics. Wow. I have no idea. We need to look that up.
Banned in the Olympics. You cannot use creatine in the Olympics.
We need to Google this right now because this is important.
Yeah.
I think.
So I think it's on the list, man.
But do you know who is using the SARMs too much? Lance Armstrong, the bike man.
Lance Armstrong?
Lance Armstrong.
He's a doping genius, man. I like to have Lance Armstrong here.
No one catch him until he retired, and then he come out and
Vic,
say,
you're right.
Hate the game, hate the player, man.
Creatine is prohibited.
Or is it back?
Creatine is prohibited by the Olympics.
Yeah, wow.
Told you. I'm telling you.
can buy that
Creatine,
in-
man. So you guys that are natural bodybuilders,
Okay. Everybody, if you're using
there you have it,
creatine,
guys.
you're not a natty.
You can't
You're not a
compete
natty.
in the Olympics.
Oh my God. You cannot go to Olympics.
That's crazy,
it.
bro. I had no idea.
I just messed you up, man. Yeah.
So every creatine user out there, you're not a natural.
Well, that's what they said with a lot of supplement companies that they were using to spike their products with SARMs, I think, or the same compounds that you find in SARMs.
Yes.
That's a lot of the.
And again, is
issue that
remember you have who you had McGuire was using Norstein, the steroid he was using.
Jerry Maguire?
No,
No, that's
Mark
the
McGuire.
movie. Mark McGuire.
Mark McGuire.
Mark McGuire
I love
batting
it.
750, right?
That was the best era of baseball. I mean, I don't care what anybody says.
They got to bring that back.
Watching baseball and
Best era.
watching Sammy Sosa against Mark McGuire those years and Barry
Sammy
Bonds.
Sosa.
I mean, those home runs would
It looks
go
so
into
different now, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got the
You saw
white
that?
version now. The white version.
He changed his
Sammy,
whole...
listen, if you're gonna go white, you have to change the lips too, man. He still got the bubble lips, man.
Yeah, that guy, I mean, I'm sure he's in the DR somewhere, living his best life. But if he were to be here, he would be completely embarrassed every day.
I use nothing,
that guy is
man.
an
Natural, man.
He's an
We're going to show
embarrassment.
pictures. People know what we're talking about right now.
He's an embarrassment.
Sammy, you're still the man, Sammy. You know what? You put Dominican Republic in the map, even though they don't use you to advertise anymore, but they put you to the side, We like black Sammy, Dominicano, Prieto.
Last time I saw that guy-
San Pedro, right? I hope he was.
Last
San
time I saw that
Pedro.
guy, I saw him
think
on
he was.
some sort of like advertisement. He looked white and he had like a cowboy hat on, and I'm like, this guy is.
Yeah, Sammy. You know what? If you move to Texas, you'll fit right in, man.
Maybe that's where he lives in.
He think Cowboy Cup is American dream. Is American dream is something else.
Maybe. So that era of baseball you guys are talking about, right? When they were hitting those home runs every day, and they were on steroids allegedly. So what? Now it's not happening because they quit, everybody quit using steroids or something.
Well,
why is it not happening right now?
Well, they started cracking down on
remember
it.
the indictments were being dropped left and right, and
They call it cheating. I mean, at the end of the day, MLB commissioners came down hard on steroid use in baseball, and they found that people were just being, they're cheating. So essentially, there's teams out there, obviously, even the Yankees as well.
that's when Canseco started ratting everybody out. And
right.
shit.
He wrote a book about that.
Yeah, when he's on his way out.
I'm not buying it, Canseco. I'm not buying it. All right.
Canseco, when he's on his way, obviously his career is over, and he's like, I'm going to go in on everybody now. And he came out and he started naming names, dropping A-Rod, dropping
He ratted
all these
on everybody,
guys.
basically.
He ratted on everybody.
Everybody, listen. When you have a mediocre freaking baseball, stats, what else do you have left?
He's
when you have
mediocre.
dirt?
Jose is mediocre.
Canseco?
Yeah.
I don't know his stats and stuff. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame either.
No, I don't think any of those guys. I don't
But
think
he
he'll
did
be
mess
this
up Maguire. He did mess up Sosa from getting into the, they had to put the asterisk on them.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys, like
Kinda questionable.
even Manny Ramirez and all these other guys that supposedly were on steroids, unfortunately. But
Allegedly, man.
Let's
All
get back to SARMs for a
Manny,
second.
George Washington High School, man.
So
Shout out.
SARMs, right? How do they make them in like private labs, right? It's not a manufactured by like
it's
steroids
private
by
lab.
factories.
Private labs.
Private
Yeah.
lab. All of them is
Private
lab.
labs.
In their bathrooms, right?
We don't
Private
have any
bathrooms.
SARM pharmaceutical. All SARMs in the market is a private lab. We don't have that.
So
but I want to say that person can use the insulin for eat more food to feeding out more food.
Yes.
Or take MK, the exactly effect like insulin to make you hungry to eat more food.
Yes.
So right now, the people don't want to, a special physical guy, they don't want an injection insulin because they hear in the belly, the waist, blah, blah. But the other side, 2 drop or 2 pills
Of SARMs.
SARMs, they can
for the insulin, it's
the
more
effect
than
of-
the belly.
he's saying SARMs acts just like insulin.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Not just all SARMs. I'm saying
Specific one.
specific ones, so like an MK. MK exactly like an insulin. When
So
you take
SARMs
it-
are replicas of the existing compounds, but they replicate them into SARMs. SARMs version.
Exactly.
So, but at the end of the day, SARMs are just muscle building compounds, right? I mean, they're muscle building substances.
They have fat burner
Muscle
too.
building and
They have fat burner,
low body
estrogen
fat,
blocker. They
yes.
have everything. All the categorized.
But this is
But wait,
basic-
he's saying they're dangerous, though. You're saying they're dangerous.
Yes, because of the side effects.
The side effects.
The side effects. I mean, most drugs, it's kind of like the commercial, you can't sleep, take this, but you might commit
the
suicide.
steroids
and
right
it's-
now, we know what's the side effects. SARMs, we don't know. It's just test and try.
When did it come on the market? When did it come on the market, do you know?
Different color of the skin, different blood
Over
type,
10 years back.
different
10 years,
ages,
oh.
different woman or man. SARMs actually it's very good effective for women, but the other perspective for men, they are not effective like that. But I mean, we are testing and try. I think after 10 or 15 years, we can say SARM is good or bad. Right now, it's all test and
He always
try.
went blind.
Clinical trials, just clinical trials. But one of the things I keep mentioning is, yes, when I tried it. It was like, oh, it's not bad.
Do you think if you would have continued using it, you could have went blind? That would have been crazy.
Anytime your vision is blurry, you have to question anything, come on. You drink some alcohol, you just get a little woozy. You still don't get blurry vision. Again, that depends how much you drink.
There's a lot of guys that take.
That's why it depends what you drink.
Depends how much. Is the whole freaking pint,
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that take those like Cialis type of pills, and all of a sudden they get blurry vision though too. I hear so.
It's all about blood
That's
pressure.
Viagra, though.
Blood
Shit,
pressure.
you get a hard on, but you're gonna be blind as a bat. Where's the hole? Guys, you know what?
You need the vision for that hole.
Yeah, oh man, there's a lot of body dysmorphia issues in this world, and then we cover a lot of that in Bigorexia. So people that haven't seen our movies, like Bigorexia, we cover muscle dysmorphia, which is bigorexia essentially, and we cover that with several people in the film as well. So people want to watch that. It's available on Amazon
That
Prime.
movie, every person going to gym has to watch that movie. It's amazing because they show you can find out if you are sick, mentally sick in the gym or not. They show you in there. I mean, they show a different perspective of the people, the athletes.
Exactly.
So peptides, then that's safe, not safe.
Peptides so far are considered safe. They're still banned in some sports. I think some athletes still use them. They still use them because I think in baseball, football, basketball, still a gray area in that. Testosterone obviously is banned, steroids, but the peptides are yet to be, banned. In the Olympics, they are.
In Olympics, everything is banned, apparently.
Some
Everything,
TRT,
even
some
Cocoa
TRT,
Puffs. Sugar.
some TRTs has a peptides too in it. You have to sometimes.
So can you be a bodybuilder just on peptides, or you need steroids as well?
No.
I mean, you can be a bodybuilder with nothing,
Exactly.
But again, how great of a bodybuilder are you going to be?
Can you be let me ask you a question. Can you be a bodybuilder that's obviously competed in men's open and, in the IFBB, whatever, and then all of a sudden you go natural? Are you really considered natural after that? Like, let's say,
I believe they say natural 5 years. I think they have.
You got to be 5 years with no.
Gotta be 5 years using
It has to be
nothing.
5 years.
5 years, no creatine.
Yeah. And again, you're doing creatine, you're still not natural.
We know a few guys that are doing that actually that just went from the IFBB and then now they're competing natural divisions.
Yeah.
And it's pretty interesting considering.
How are they doing now?
They're winning.
Good question.
Who are they?
What do I want to say a name?
Never heard of them.
Who knows them?
Again, it's if you love the sport, just find a way where you can find it where it's comfortable, where you're gonna get the longevity to continue doing it. If you are doing it natural, you use steroids at one point, you build an X amount of muscle, and that's it. You're happy where you are. Go natural. At the end of the day, I want to continue doing this. I want to have a long life. I don't want to enlarge my heart. I don't want any of the side effects. Hey, man, that's what we support here. Again, all of this we discuss here is just basically to have you deviate from going too crazy and abusing steroids. So
Don't abuse it, guys.
yeah, don't abuse it. But if the bodybuilder was pro and he is competing natural now, more power to him. That's great. I mean, it's gonna get to a point that most of us are not gonna be using that much, but we're still gonna tap it a little. Tap it here, tap it there, just a little.
Name it three peptide, the good peptide.
Man, I think
Three the best three peptide.
I would have to say TB500, and for that reason being is for your connective tissues.
Yeah.
We suffer a lot from our connective tissues, from joints, elbows, shoulders. So I think that's definitely one of the ones that anybody that has issues, if you're older, you hear the snap, crackle, pop in the joints. I think that's one of the things that starts helping out,
Okay. Second.
BPC 157.
Sounds like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Sounds like a planet.
I know, right?
Like a planet, yeah.
Yeah, again, it's all for joints, and I think thiamine is the one that activates your cells, and that's what activates the peptides within the cells. That again, what starts happening? You get older, and your body starts reacting less in the cells, and that's where the peptides come in. Kind of gives you a reboot. Again, I'm giving the layman's term because I failed biology, guys. Yes, I did.
Are they expensive, those peptides?
They're not expensive. They could be cheap. Some people obviously capitalize on it. They'll charge more than others. But in reality, Florida, guys, Florida. That's where you get the cheap peptides. You go to the compound pharmacies. They make them. Know your source, though, because you could be overpaying or buying something that's just a placebo.
It was very interesting. You
That's
didn't
crazy.
put IGF-1 in the top three.
IGF-1 peptide, I would have to say that one is good, but I'd rather use real IGF.
You said remember you on one of the episodes you said you almost died from that. That was crazy.
Yeah, again, that was just because I just had so much, and and no, it was just it was just the last dose, and it's a week out from the show. I remember I had lost probably like 60 pounds, and here I am. I'm gonna compete with Big Ramy, and I just built like 40 pounds of muscle in 3 months.
Wow, 40 pounds of muscle
Yeah,
in 3
40
months.
pounds, yeah, and again, that's due to muscle memory, not training for a year and a half. So the bounce, the rebound was fantastic, and also training in Russia. Training in Russia, yeah. So a lot of
receptor,
exactly, yeah. So a lot of those factors did help. Is my prior, 15 plus years already training.
That's a headline right there. 40 pounds of muscle in 3 months. That's crazy.
Yeah. So the muscle memory is real. Anybody can attest to this and will agree.
SARMs expensive.
SARMs?
Nah, man. Some people just give you SARMs once in a while, just so you can come
Just
back.
give it out SARMs.
It's kind of like that free bag of Coke you get, and so you can come back.
Compared to steroids, SARMs not expensive.
I saw some little chats.
I saw Jeff on peptide is not expensive too. Peptide is cheap too.
No, peptides is cheap. Again,
Peptide and SARMs the same level.
they just have to be used more frequent.
I know a few YouTubers selling SARMs online. Well, their YouTubes are gone now, but
Yeah.
It's illegal.
they were selling stuff on YouTube, and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that it was
Yeah, they're
legal.
going to get away with it for a little while, and then obviously somebody's, some kid's mom is going to find it. They're going to drop dime on them. The feds will show up. The feds will show up.
No matter what, they will show up.
If you're making money and not paying tax, they will show up. If you're making money, they will show up. Want money.
So, guys, questions for Vic, please submit them in the comments below. And the best one will get picked and answered. And you get some Redcon 1 energy drinks.
Yes, guys, keep on coming. Okay, I'm even girls too. You girls have some questions, but basically all the answers here is to keep it healthy, safe, and keep the longevity going. So, guys, thank you for joining us this week's podcast. If you want to see any of our prior podcasts, please tune in to iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere where you stream your podcasts.